you go back to before you had kids and you think about like, we're going to have these kids, we're going to teach them all of this stuff. I'm going to give them all of what I have. I'm going to grow them and develop them and nurture them and love them. I have 2 boys, an 8 and a 10-year-old. And I do all those things. But I don't think anybody could have prepared me for how much they would teach me about life, how much they would teach me about me, all the ways they would hold up mirrors and I'd see my gaps and my shortcomings and the judgment I have over myself and all the ways I get in my own way. Like, they're just incredible mirrors. They're incredible mirrors, and they hold up mirrors and they show me things about myself that I can learn from. There was a Samuel, this is probably now 3 years ago, maybe 4. So he might have been 6 or 7 years old. And he comes home one day and like we all do, I'm cleaning out his backpack. And there's a drawing, and he makes drawings all the time. There's a drawing in his backpack. And I look at this drawing, and I had no idea what it was. But it was split, there were 4 quadrants. And it was almost like a comic or like a story in it. And so I asked him, I said, Samuel, what is this? And he said, well, he was very kind. He said, well, the first box is me breaking a toy. He said, the second box is me telling, he said, a parent, like that. Me telling a parent that I broke the toy. Now, the third box changed who I was being as a father. Like, it changed me forever. The third box, he said, the third box is the parent yelling at me for breaking the toy. And the parent in the third box was bigger than all the other stick figures he had drawn. And he had lines coming out of his head and his mouth was wide open. And he drew himself sitting there crying. There was a lot of shame. I saw it. I saw the pattern. I saw the pattern of how I was raised. I saw the pattern of the way my dad showed up. And I saw how I was showing up in some of these moments. And when you're removed from a moment, you realize, like, who cares? It's like not a big deal. And the fourth box, there is some redemption here. He said the fourth box, now everybody's the same size, normal size again. So the fourth box is the parent wiping my tears. And there was just a lot of shame in that moment for me, right? Like that was a mirror that for all the times I could say, in all the ways I knew I was a great dad, that I was showing up for this kid fully, that I love this kid deeply. I looked at him and I told him, I said, Samuel, the third box is my work. Like my commitment, my promise to you is this is my work. And if you were in my office right now, you would see that picture he drew still on the wall, because I committed that day that was my work. And the conversation I had with a 6-year-old boy and what he showed me, the way he held up that mirror, changed me forever. Not just in my relationship with him, but all the other rooms where I was showing up that way, where my thinking would run away with me, where my jaw would be shaking and I would show up from a place of emotion and anger. And I just went to work. I started bringing these things to my coach, and it became a growth edge for me. Right? So, part of this, when I say this room is a funny room, Mario, I say it because what I know will happen, dude, I see you. I know the leader you are. I see the parent you are. I see the way you show up in the world. Like, it's so clear. I've told you this over and over. It's so clear to me. And this room, just like our kids do, is going to hold up mirrors for all of us. And you talk about seeing yourself deeper, seeing who you really are. Right? There's that version of us that we try to hide, that we hope doesn't get found out, that we hope, well, let me just put on this character, because if they knew this about me, right, they would see me differently. And we're going to create this as a room that has a way of breaking through and holding up a mirror and reflecting back who you really are, even in the moments we can't see it. And that's how we grow. That's how we show up with more courage, with more boldness, not letting the fear win, not letting judgment of others run rampant. The way beyond that is to start to see who we really are. And this is going to be an incredible room to help us do that.